to this virtual talk today. Today's class will be on the hidden fact of the Ramayana. I am not qualified to narrate any part of this great epic, but I would like to share whatever I've heard from qualified devotees, and there is nothing of my own speculation in here. So I will start by the Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadhati Swapadantikam Vandyaham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaisnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Zahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijina Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Visakam Visamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishubhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sandhu Bhavaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna dear devotees, today I'm going to try to tell a little bit on the hidden fact of Ramayana. And as we know, so there are two great personalities who had written this Ramayana. And please, I would like interaction. And not only Nabi Prabhu, everyone, please try to answer any question that I'm asking, because it will be boring if only one person talk and not everyone is participating. So who are the two great personalities who wrote the Ramayana? Pictures are there. Anyone?
Valmiki and Tulsidas.
Thank you. So Valmiki and Tulsidas, actually, these two great personalities, they are not two, they are one. They're the same person, but they came in different eras. So there's another great personality who wrote Ramayana first, before Valmiki. And he's a very great devotee of Lord Rama. Who is he? Anybody? He's there, his picture is there. Okay, so that,
Mataji?
sorry?
Is it Hanumanji?
Yes, it is Hanumanji. Well done, Carlos. It is Hanumanji. Hanumanji, he wrote Ramayana first. It is said that Hanumanji wrote Ramayana with his sharp nails on stones first. And then he was very happy when he completed the Ramayana. But then one day he met Valmiki Muni in the forest. And he told Valmiki Muni that Valmiki Muni first said that he had completed his Ramayana. So Hanumanji was so happy. He started dancing in jubilation. He said, I'm very happy you have completed your Ramayana, but I have written Ramayana as well. Would you like to see? So Hanumanji invited Valmiki to see his writings. And when Valmiki saw the beautifully written Ramayana on the stones, he got a bit envious, like not envious like what we would experience nowadays, but like he said, okay, if Hanumanji has written so beautifully, everybody would prefer to read his Ramayana. So Hanumanji, not knowing Valmiki's mind, he said, ask for any boons today, because I'm so happy. Both of us, we completed the writing of the Ramayana. Ask for any boons, I will grant you. So then Valmiki asked him to just throw all his writings in the river, because he said he thought that everybody would prefer Hanumanji's writing. So he said, can you put all the stones that you have written and put in the river? So like this, Hanumanji said, okay, because I promised. So he put all his writings in the river. But he told Valmiki, he cursed Valmiki. He said, because you're acting on this material platform, I'm cursing you to take birth again in this material world. But it was actually not a curse, it was a blessing in disguise, because Valmiki, he had to come back in this Kali Yuga to write the Tulsidas Ramayana. So when he was born, his name, he was born like in 1497. And as soon as he was born, that is Tulsidas I'm talking about. As soon as he was born, he said Ram, Ram. So everybody present there, they said Rambola. Ram, that means he said Ram, Rambola. So his name became Rambola. Everybody called him Rambola. And then when he will take initiation, and when he grows up, he will take initiation, then he will get the name of Tulsidas. So he stayed in this material world for 126 years, and he left his body. And before leaving his body, he wrote this great epic in Hindi, because he was a great poet. So that he wrote Tulsidas Ramayana in Hindi, and that is easily read even nowadays by many people, because before it was in Sanskrit and it was difficult for people to read. So nowadays many people read. But before becoming Valmiki, he was a, who knows who he was before becoming Valmiki? Anyone? Okay, so before becoming Valmiki,
was he a warrior before becoming Valmiki? Was he a Kshatriya or something? Like he was a fighter or something? Can't remember exactly, but
he was a dacoit.
Ah, yeah, the thief.
Yes.
He met
Yes.
Narad.
Yes, so he was a thief. So he was stealing, he was plundering, he was killing animals. And when he shoot an animal, he will leave the arrow in the animal's body, and you will see the animals suffering. And when the animals die, he will call Mara, Mara, Mara. That means he's died, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead, Mara, Mara, Mara. So Narad Muni, he's very compassionate toward low fallen souls. So he was going through a forest, and then his name was Ratnagar. So Ratnagar, he stopped Narad Muni. He said, sadhus has lots of money, they are very rich, so you have to give me all your wealth. So Narad Muni said, yes, I will give you all my wealth. But first, the way you are leading this life, you're stealing from people and you're killing animals. So for whom are you doing all this? He said, I'm doing all this for my family, for my wife, for my children. Then Naradji said, go and ask your family members if they are going to share your sins that you're committing right now. And Valmiki said, Ratnagar said, of course they will share. Narad Muni said, no, you go and ask. So Ratnagar said, no, if I go and ask, you will run away from here. So Narad Muni said, no, tie me on a tree. I will stay here. So Ratnagar tied Narad Muni in a tree, and then he went home. He asked his wife. His wife said, no, I will not share your sin, because that is your dharma. That is your duty to sustain your wife and family. I don't know how you get the money, how you bring food, but that is your job. Then he asked his children. Children said, no, we are not going to share your sins. Then he went back to Narad Muni with tears in his eyes, and he told Narad Muni what happened. So Narad Muni said, okay, now I'm going to give you all the wealth in the whole world. Then Ratnagar said, I don't want anything. For whom you're giving me all this? And then Narad Muni revealed that I'm not giving like material things for your family, I'm giving for you. And then Narad Muni told him to chant the name of Ram. So because he could not say Ram, he would say Mara, 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 because that's the only thing things he had been saying all his life. So Narad Muni said, okay, you say Mara Mara, but if you say Mara 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 continuously, it will become like Ram Ram. If you continuously say that word, it will become. So he left Ratnagar, and Ratnagar sat in that spot, and he was covered with ant, full of ants, and he'd make a hill. So after many, many years, Narad Muni came back to that spot, and he found the ant hill. And from there, he dug, and this personality came out, very effulgent and very nice. So because he had been meditating for a long time, he had seen all the pastimes of Lord Ram. Even Lord Ram was not, has not yet come in this world. So he could see all the activities. So he wrote Ramayana even before it happened. Actual stories happened, he wrote it. And then because he was dug out of the anthill is called Valmiki. So that's why his name became Valmiki, because he was dug out of the anthill. And in Sanskrit, that is a word for anthill. So then he became Valmiki. And so Ramayana, we cannot go into Ramayana before, like without the mercy of Hanumanji. So seeking Hanumanji's mercy and his blessing. And I would like, before going further, I would like today to recite the Hanuman Chalisa, which is very auspicious on a Saturday. And also, it is said that it removes all the bad effect of Sani, which is Saturn, which has bad effect on people. And here also Hanumanji is an incarnation of Lord Shiva. I think it's a 12 or 15 incarnation of Lord Shiva, because in this Hanuman Chalisa, we will see, it says, Sankara Suvana Kesari Nandan. That is Sankara Suvana, a portion of Lord Shiva. So I will recite this Hanuman Chalisa, and anybody who knows, they can join in. It's very nice, very auspicious. Okay. So Shri Hanuman Ji ki Jai. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Nijamana Mukura Sudha Varana Raghura Vimala Jasu Jodaya Kapalacha Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumiro Pamana Kumar Bala Buddhi Vidya Deha Mohe Harahu Kalesha Vikar. Jaya Hanuman
Gyan Gun Sagar
Sagar Jaya Kapisha
Tehu Loka Ujagar Ramaduta Atulita Baladhama Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama Mahavira
Vikrama Bajrangi
Kumati
Nivara Sumati
Ke
Sangi
Kanchana
Kanchana
Varana
Viraja
Viraja Suvesa Kamala Kundala Kunjita Kesha Hath Raja Dhaja Viraje
Kande Muja Jane Saje
Shankara Sohana Kesari Nandana Teja Pratapa Mahajagavandana Vidyavan Guniyati Chatur Rama Kaja Karibe Ko Atar Prabhu Charita Sime Ko Rasiya Ram Lakshmana Sita Basiya सूक्ष्म रूप धरि
धरि
सिय
दिखावा विकट
विकट
रूप
रूप
धरि
धरि
लंका
लंक
जरावा
जरावा
भीम
भीम
रूप
रूप धरि
धरि
असुर
असुर
संहारे
संहारे
रामचंद्र
रामचंद्र
के
काज
काज
सवारे
सवारे
लाए
लाए
संजीवन
सजीवन
लखन
लखन
जियाए
जियाए
श्री
श्री
रघुवीर
रघुवीर
हर्ष
हर्ष
उर
उर
लाए
लाए
रघुपति
रघुपति
कीन्ही
कीन्ही
बहुत
बहुत बड़ाई
बड़ाई तू मम
तुम मम
प्रिय
प्रिय
भरत
भरत
सम
सम भाई
भाई
सहस वचन
सहस्र बदन
तुम्हरो यश
तुम्हारो यश
गावे
गावे अष्ट
हस
कहि
कहि
श्रीपति
श्रीपति कंठ
कंठ
लगावे
लगावे संकादिक
तनिकादिक ब्रह्मादि
ब्रह्मादि
मुनीसा
मुनीसा नारद
नारद
शारद
सारद
सहित
सहस्त्र
रही
अहिसा
यम
यम
कुबेर
कुबेर
दिगपाल
दिगपाल
जहाते
जहाते
कवि
कवि
को
को
भी
विद कई
सकी
सकै
कहाते
कहाते तुम
तुम
उपकार
उपकार
सुग्रीव
सुग्रीव
ही
ही
कीन्हा
कीन्हा राम
राम
मिलाय
मिलाय
राजपद
राजपद
दीना
दीना तुमरो
तुम्हारो
मंत्र
मंत्र
विभीषण
विभीषण
माना
माना लंकेश्वर
लंकेश्वर
भय
भय
सब
सब
जग
जग
जाना
जाना
युग
जोग शस्त्र जो
सहस्त्र जो
जन
जन
पर
पर
भानु
भानु
लीला
लील्यो
थाय
थाय
मधुर
मधुर
फल
फल
जानु
जानु
प्रभु
प्रभु
मुद्रिका
मुद्रिका
मेली मुख
मेली मुख
माही
माहि जल
जल
दिलांघि
दिलाज जय
गए
अचरज
अचर
नाही
नाही दुर्गम
दुर्गम काज
काज
जगत
जगत
के
के
जेते
जेते सुगम
सुगम अनुग्रह
अनुग्रह तुम्हारे
तुम्हारे तेते राम
राम
दुआरे
द्वारे
तुम
तुम
रखवारे
रखवारे होत
होत
न
न
आज्ञा
आज्ञा बिन
बिनु
पैसारे
पैसारे
सब
सब
सुख
सुख
लहे
लाहे
तुम्हारी
तुम्हारी
शरणा
शरणा तुम
तुम
रक्षक
रक्षक काहू
काहू
को
को
डरना
डरना
आपन
आपन
तेज
तेज
समारो
समारो
आपे
आपे तीनों
तीनों
लोक
लोक हांकते
कांपते
कापे
कांपे
भूत
भूत
पिशाच
पिशाच
निकट
निकट
नहीं
नहीं
आवे
आवे
महावीर
महावीर
जब
जब
नाम
नाम
सुनावे
सुनावे
नासै
नासे
रोग
रोग
हरे
हरे
सब
सब
पीरा
पीरा जपत
जपत
निरंतर
निरंतर हनुमंत
हनुमत
वीरा
वीरा
संकट
संकट
से
से
हनुमान
हनुमान
छुड़ावे
छुड़ावे
मन
मन
क्रम
क्रम
बचन
बचन
ध्यान
ध्यान
जो
जो
लावे
लावे
सब
सब
पर राम
राम
तपस्वी
तपस्वी
राजा
राजा तिनके
तिनके
काज
काज
सकल
सकल
तुम
तुम
साजा
साजा और
और
मनोरथ
मनोरथ
जो
जो
कोई
कोई
लावे
लावे
सोई
सोई
अमित
अमित
जीवन फल
फल
पावे
पावे
चारों
चारों
युग
जुग
परताप
परताप
तुम्हारा
तुम्हारा हे
हे
पर
पर सिद्ध जगत
जगत
उजियारा
उजियारा
साधु
साधु
संत के
संत के
तुम
तुम
रखवार
रखवारे
असुर
असुर
निकंदन
निकंदन
राम
राम
दुलार
दुलारे
अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के
नवनिधि के
दाता
दाता
असवर
असवर दीन
दीन जानकी
जानकी
माता
माता
राम
राम
रसायन
रसायन
तुम्हारे
तुम्हारे
पासा
पासा सदा
सदा
रहो
रहो
रघुपति के
रघुपति के
दास
दासा तुम्हारो भजन राम को भावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चेतन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कट मिट सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलवीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई यह सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट है बंध महासुख होए जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा होए सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय में डेरा पावन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित प्रभु हृदय बसो सुरभूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय ओ महापति महादेव की जय बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Is that I can say Neela or Nita, someone who's singing?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Very nice. You got the tune better. I'm not good at it. Anyway, so
Thank you, Mataji.
no, it's good. It's good to participate. I'm very happy you participated, right? So it is said that this Ramayana, it removes all the miseries and sins. So, and Ramayana is divided into 7 kand. And here we can see that the first kand is, the Balkand is a wish fulfilling tree itself. That is the whole tree. And then the second one is Ayodhya Kand, which is a trunk. And the third one is Aranya Kand, the other branches. The fourth is Kiskinda Kand, which are the leaves. The fifth is Sundar Kand, the flowers. And the sixth is Lanka Kand. It's called the fruits of the trees, but Lanka Kand should not be called the fruits of the trees, but it still is called. I will tell you why. And the seventh one is Uttar Kand. And it is a fruit juice, the nectar of Ram Katha. So why Lanka Kand is called the fruit of the wish fulfilling tree? Who can tell? Answer, please. Okay. Even though a great war took place there in Lanka and so many people died, still it is called the fruit. So all those who died, they got salvation because they were in the presence of Lord Sri Ram. So Lord Ramachandra delivered them and sent them to his abode, to his dham, which is called Saket Dham. That is his abode. That's where he sent all of them. That's why it is called the fruits, because they were delivered. So just like in Bhagavad, when we read the Bhagavad Katha, the Bhagavatam was narrated in 3 places. One place was Maitreya Muni, he was narrated to Vidur at Rishikesh. And then the second was Sukdev Goswami narrated to Parishit Maharaj by the river Ganga. And the third one was Sutta Goswami narrated to the 80,000 sages in Naimisharanya. Similarly, Ram Katha was being narrated by 3 speakers, but the main speaker was Lord Shiva. he was speaking to Mother Parvati on Mount Kailash. And without his mercy, no one can get the opportunity to listen to Ram Katha, because he's a great devotee, greatest devotee. So, and then he was narrating to Parvati. Second one is Kakvashani, who is a crow. He was narrating to Garud. And third one is Yagavalka Rishi to Bharadwaj Muni in Prayag. So Lord Shiva is narrating to Parvati about his late wife Sati. He said that once both Sati and himself went to Kumbhaj Rishi ashram. Oh, it is also, he is also called Agastya Rishi. So they went there to listen to Ram Katha. It's not that Lord Shiva did not know, but a devotee, the more they listen, the more they want to listen about the glories of the Lord. So he went there. But here there is one verse, it will come twice, when they are going to the ashram, what it is said, and when they are coming from the ashram, what it is said. We have to compare these two verses. So here it says, Ek bara trita yug mahi shambhu gaye kumbhaj rishi pahi sang sati jaga janani bhavani. So remember this word, sang sati jaga janani bhavani, when they are going. Now coming back, and when they are coming back, there, when they went there, Lord Shiva, he didn't go alone. He went with his wife. And then he's saying that the mother of the whole world, Jaganani Bhavani, she's the mother of the whole world. But when they reached the Kumbhaj Rishi's ashram, the Rishi rose from his seat, and to greet Lord Shiva, he paid his obeisances to Lord Shiva. But Sati was surprised. Sati was saying, what is this Rishi doing? He's paying obeisances to my husband, because he should not move from his asana. But Kumbhaj Rishi, he knew who Lord Shiva was, so he was just paying obeisances. So thinking in that way, that the Rishi was bowing down before his husband's feet, Sati saw that he would be very elevated, and Sati got doubt. First of all, before even started to listen to the katha, Sati got doubt in her mind. And then he didn't have faith in the Rishi. So that was the very beginning. So, and then during the katha, she fell asleep. And when she woke up, she told Lord Shiva to take her home. Now she was not listening, but Lord Shiva was very happy listening to Ram Katha. But then she said, no, we want to go home. So they have to leave. Now Lord Shiva, he took leave from Kumbhaj Rishi. He didn't just walk out. He knew the etiquette of Vaishnava. So he asked permission before leaving the Kumbhaj Rishi ashram. Here Valmiki Muni wrote, Muni Sangha Vidhamangi Tripurari Chali Bhavana Sangha Daksha Kumari. So before he said Jagat Janani Bhavani. Now he's saying Daksha Kumari. So why the same person? Why Valmiki is using two different names? Who can elaborate on this a little bit? Anyone, please. Okay, so no answer, let me continue then. So because we said Daksha Kumari, because Daksha was not a very nice person, Lord Shiva. So that's why he's saying Daksha Kumari, because the daughter is just like their father. First of all, she was committing mistake after mistake. Like she did not believe in the Rishi, then she fell asleep during the katha, then she disturbed Lord Shiva during the katha and said, let's go home. And in this way, she was committing mistake over mistake, but that will not stop here, it will go further. So Lord Shiva, when he was going back, he was sitting on his bull carrier through the Dandakaranya forest. He was thinking, I just listened to Lord Ram's katha. I wish I could see my Lord, because he is a favorite Lord of Lord Shiva. So he was thinking in his mind, and then he saw Lord Ram in the forest, in Danyakarana forest. He saw Lord Ram. And when he saw Lord Ram and Lakshman, Lord Ram was talking to the trees, was looking for Mother Sita. Mother Sita has been abducted, and he was looking. But then Lord Shiva thought that if I come off my bull carrier and then I go and pay my obeisances to Lord Ram, I will disturb him in his leela, in his pastime. So he did not. From far, he just bow down and then pay his obeisances to Lord Ram. And when he did that, Sati said, to whom are you paying your obeisances? To whom? Then he said, to my Lord, the one we just heard the katha. But Sati didn't hear the katha, so she didn't know. And then Sati said, I cannot see anyone. Then Sati looked, and then she saw Lord Ram. He's crying, he's talking to the trees. And she started laughing. She said, how can he be Lord Ram? How can he be the Lord when he is like an ordinary human? He's looking for his wife, he's in distress, he's crying, he's talking to trees, he's like a madman. So Lord Shiva said, don't talk like that. He is our Lord. He said, no, I want to test him. Just to know if he is a Lord, I want to test him. Then she went. Lord Shiva said, don't do that. It's a very big sin. But she said she didn't believe. And she went. She went to test Lord Ram. Now she was going. She said, how I'm going to test Lord Ram? In what way I can test him? So he said, okay, Lord Ram is looking for his wife in the forest. Let me disguise as Sita and I go in front of him. Then in this way, I will know. So she disguised and she went toward Lord Ram. As soon as Lord Ram saw her, Lord Ram with folded hands, he said, welcome, Mata. And what are you doing in this dense forest on your own? Where is our Bholenath? Bholenath is another name for Lord Shiva. Where is our Bholenath? So now Sati was so disturbed. She committed a big sin. She didn't know what to do. She didn't say anything. She just ran. She went back turn back and went to Lord Shiva. Now when she went there, Lord Shiva said, did you do the test? She said, no, I didn't do the test. I just paid my obeisances just like you said, and I came back. So Lord Shiva said, you are not that kind of person because you are adamant to take a test, to do tests. So then Lord Shiva sat there and he meditated, closed his eyes and he meditated, and he saw what happened. And it was very painful for him. He just took Sati and they went to back to Kailash. And he didn't say anything because in his mind, he already decided to renounce Sati as wife, because it's said that since Sati disguised as Mother Sita, who is his mother, like Lord Shiva considered Sita Mata as his mother, and he said, if I have any relationship with like husband and wife with Sati. Hare Krishna, can you mute please? There is noise in the background. Can you mute? Hare Krishna, can you hear me? Nabi Prabhu?
Yeah, he's muted, so I'm not sure why.
You
Okay.
were unmuted for a little while, yeah.
Should be okay now.
Okay, so you can hear me clearly, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
yes.
You
Yes.
carry on.
Okay. So Lord Shiva thought that if he was going to have a relationship as husband and wife, that would be very sinful, because Sati has taken the form of his mother, of Mother Sita. So in his mind, he renounced Mother Sati without saying anything. Didn't reveal his mind to Sati. He just went into meditation. He went into meditation for 87,000 years without telling anything. So, and when he came out of meditation, when all the demigods were going to Daksha's, Daksha was going to perform the yajna, then he came out of his samadhi, of his meditation. Then here we can see that Sati insisted to go, and Lord Shiva knew what was going to happen. And anyway, Sati had to leave her body because of the sin she had committed. And Lord Shiva knew that. And Lord Shiva let her go. And under this excuse that Daksha didn't invite them, so she went, and she was she could self-immolate, right? And we have just read that in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, chapter 2 to 4, how Sati was immolated. So I will not go in that detail. We all know about it. So then Sati, she then appeared, because before leaving the body, she prayed that in her next birth, she will become the wife of Shiva again. Then she came as Parvati from the mountain king. His name was Himalaya, and Queen Maina. So from very young age, she took Narad Muni as her guru, and she meditated on Lord Shiva. So here, once again, once time she asked, after they got married and all, she asked Lord Shiva, why do you wear the skulls, a garland of skulls in your neck? So Lord Shiva said that I wear this garland of skull because I love my wife. That's why. And then Sati said, Parvati said, how come I am here in front of you? And she said, no, this is not your first birth. You have been born so many times. And every time you're born, every time you leave your body, I take your skull and I put it a garland around my neck. Then Parvati asked, how come I die every time? Because there is like 6, 7, maybe 9 around your neck. So how come? Then Lord Shiva said, because I have always listened to Srimad Bhagavatam, and that's why I am a devotee of the Lord. That's why I don't die, but you die, because so many offenses. But Parvati remembered all the offenses she committed in her previous birth. Not all, but the one as Sati she remembered. Then and then she also started like listening, and Lord Shiva is always narrating, and then she will listen very attentively, and she will also become devotee of the Lord. So now, as we know that Sati committed 7 offenses, and all of the 6th one that they could have been forgiven. 6 offenses could have been forgiven. First, she didn't respect Kumbhaj Rishi, his humbleness. Second, she slept during the katha, and she left halfway through. And then she did not listen to her husband. She went to test the Lord, and she could not understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And she went to test him. She disguised as Mother Sita. All these offenses could have been forgiven. But the 7th one, when she told lies to the husband, then Lord Shiva could not tolerate that. That was when Lord Shiva went into Samadhi. So we'll stop for Lord Shiva here, and then we will go some questions on the great personalities of Ramayana. So here we can see how come there are 3 queens, right? How come Sumitra, who is Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. Sumitra is the middle one. How come Sumitra gave birth to 2 sons, whereas the other 2 queens gave birth to only 1 son? Answer, please. Who can answer?
Is it because, is there anybody who's going to answer?
Because she shared the key. That's why.
Kaushalya Kaikai shared the
No, the Sumitra shared her key with Sumit. What do you call it? The other ladies didn't share anything, and Sumitra did.
No.
I think it was more like Kaushalya.
Kaushalya and Kaikai gave a share from their kid to Sumitra.
Yes. So when all the free queens, after the yagya, the fire god came out and gave a bowl of sweet rice and to the king, and told the king to go and share it among the queens. So the queens took it and they went on top of the roof. That is a tradition in India. Even nowadays, when you go, you see people on the roof. And they go there, like they think that they are in a secluded place on the roof, and they are free. And so when they went there, actually we had a nice experience. A Carlos and myself, when in January we went to Jammu. It was so cold, and we could see people. They are giving birth to their kids on top of the roof, and we are in jackets, and we are so cold, but they are okay in the January weather. And so so many people they do that. So these three queens, they went on top of the roof and they were eating this. They shared this in free portions, right? So then a huge bird, a chill, he came and he snatched the one from Sumitra's hand and he went away. Then Sumitra started crying. So the other two said, don't cry, we are going to share. So they gave half of their share. That is how, from each share, she got one son. That is how she gave birth to two sons. So now, so how is Hanumanji related to Lord Ram? Who can tell?
So what was the question, Maji?
How is Hanumanji related to Lord Ram?
Apart from servant?
Yes, apart from servant.
Dasya.
Huh?
You said servant, Dasya.
Yes, but apart from servant, he is related to Lord Ram.
Interesting.
Sakya, friend.
Yes, yes. Yes, very good, Riyansh, very good. So the kheer, the sweet rice that the bird stole from Sumitra, he traveled with a kheer, and then he went and he dropped it to Anjana. Anjana is a mother of Hanumanji. So he took time to travel with that kheer and went to drop it to Anjana. That's how Hanumanji was born. So now it looks like Hanumanji also is a half brother to them, to the four brothers, because he had got that share. So how come now Anjana got this good fortune of having that kheer? So that will come when we talk about Ahilya. Because Anjana is a daughter of Ahilya, and both Anjana and Ahilya were cursed by Gautam Muni. So that I will tell a bit later. So for now, how come how come King Dasrath left his body? We already put picture. How come he left his body was Lord Ram went to the forest?
Because Shravan Kumar, he go on, say it.
Oh,
In forest, Shravan Kumar, he killed Shravan Kumar without seeing. And he
Yes.
thinks Shravan, there is some deer drinking some water. That's
Yes.
why.
Okay. So then he was cursed by the parents of Shravan Kumar, because the parents of Shravan Kumar, they were blind, they could not see, and their only support was Shravan Kumar. And then they cursed King Dasrath. They said, as we are lamenting the death of our young son, you will have to leave your body too when your son will leave you and go. But then he didn't take that into consideration because he didn't have any son at that time. And he forgot about it because he said, I don't have any son. Why should I think about it right now? But then when Lord Ram left home, then he remembered what has happened thousands of years ago, thousands of years before it happened. Then that's how he left his body. And so another question now. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Oh yeah, it's good.
Okay. So here, how why did Lakshman and Shatrughan serve their elder brothers, Lord Ram and Bharat? Why? Because they were all four born on the same day, they were the same age. So why did these two, they were like servants to Lord Ram and Bharat?
Because they are same age. I think, I don't know.
Okay, good trial.
Because
So
Ram, Krishna is
Yes, Prabhuji, because Yes, because they are Shanka Chakra.
Yes, but why?
Krishna is Ram is incarnation of Krishna, original supreme personality of Godhead. So
And Lakshman is Anantashish.
natural for all three to worship, to serve Ram, because he's the eldest in terms of superiority.
Yes, but then we are talking about Ramayana. On the platform of Ramayana, why did these two brothers serve the two elders? So here, when Sumitra, when she was crying, then when the two other wives, they shared their sweet rice with her, she promised, if I have two sons, each of them will serve your sons, because I'm taking the position of a servant now, because you have you're compassionate toward me, you're sharing your share. The other wives of the king would say, no, why would I share with you? But they were so compassionate toward her. They didn't take her like enemy. They took her like a sister, and they shared that rice with her. So she promised, she said, my sons will become the servitor of your sons. That's a promise that she made. And then when her sons, they abide to that, they did not go against it. They could have said that we are the same age, why should we do that? But no, they had that same mentality as their mother. Even when Lord Ram was going to the forest, Lakshman, he went to his mother and he told Sumitra, and I have come to take leave from you. And the mother asked, where are you going? He said, I'm going to serve my Lord in the forest. So Sumitra said, why did you come to me then? Why did you come to me? You should have gone before even asking me, because he is your Lord and you are the servitor. And he said, I'm blessing you that you will not sleep for 14 years. And your job will be just to serve the lotus feet of the Lord and make sure that you are attending to them at any moment they need any help. Make sure that they don't feel that they are in the forest. They feel that they are in the palace itself, and that you serve them. And for 14 years, he didn't sleep. He just, when they were taking rest, Lord Rama and Mother Sita, he would just guard around. He never slept for the 14 years. That
And
is
was it also that Urmila?
Urmila, yes, Urmila did not go. Why she didn't go? She didn't go because she didn't want to be like an obstacle in the service of Lakshman to Lord Ram. And she said that where you are leaving me, when Lakshman was going, she was standing in front of the gate. It is said that she kept standing there for the 14 years, waiting for them to come back. And it says that none of them, even the other two brothers, we will come to that again. Nobody had this like married life. Everybody was separated. Even the two who stayed behind, everybody was separated. Like everybody was in the forest. Nobody was in the palace. Like they led life similar to Lord Ram and Lakshman.
What was there? I heard somewhere, I don't know if this is correct. She slept Urmila slept for 14 years, apparently.
Oh, but I heard that she stood and waited because she said, my husband is not sleeping. How can I sleep?
Right. Okay.
That's what she said. Okay. So, and now the question, how did Ahilya become a stone?
She was
Because
cursed.
of Indra's curse.
Agatsamuni cursed her, right?
No,
No, Indra.
no, Indra didn't curse.
Is it because of her husband curse?
Gautam Muni.
Gautam Muni, yeah.
Yeah, Gautam.
Yes.
That's right.
So why was she cursed? My question is why?
Indra, like Rian said, Indra took her chastity.
Yes. So good question, good answer here. So she, even though she was not at fault. It was not her fault that whatever happened. So Ahilya, she was so beautiful, very beautiful. And as we know, Indra, we just read what he done to Prithu, to King Prithu's horse. He is always doing some mischief. So Indra wanted to marry Ahilya, But then Ahilya's father said, no, Gautam Muni is a right choice. And then he married Ahilya to Gautam Muni. So Gautam Muni would wake up early in the morning, like before sunrise, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. He will go and have his bath in River Ganga. And then he will come and do his service. So one day, Indra was watching this activity. So Indra, he took Chandra with him, the moon also. He said, you have to help me in this. So they went there. Indra, because at that time there was no alarm clock, there was no mobile or whatever. They had to wait for when the cockerel will crow. When he will chant in the morning, then everybody will wake up and do their activities. So he took the moon. He said, you make the noise as a crow, other cockerel. So then when Gautam Muni will think it's time to go, he will wake up and he will go and take his bath, and then I will get into the house. So he did that, and he was standing outside guarding. So Indra, he just took that opportunity. He disguised as Gautam Muni. He got into the house. But Ahilya, she didn't know. She thought it was her husband, right? But then their little girl, Anjana, was 6 years old, and she was there. So when Gautam Muni went to the river, to River Ganga, when he went to have his bath, Mother Ganga said, who is disturbing me? Because there is a muhurta that we should not disturb, like from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning, I think Mother Ganga should not be disturbed. Nobody should go in the water. So, and she said, who is disturbing me in the early morning? Then Gautam replied, I am your son. I come every day. Then Mother Ganga said, no, it's too early. There is something wrong happening in your house. Mm-hmm. Then he went back. When he went back, he saw Chandra outside, the moon. And he had his wet towel in his hand. And at the same time, when he asked, what are you doing here? Then Indra came out. He knew there's something wrong. He left the house quickly. Then Gautam Muni, he threw the wet towel on moon. That's why we say there is stain on the moon. Mm-hmm. Moon mein daag hai. We said the Chandrama mein daag hai. That's what we say. So that was one thing. And the second thing, he tried to stop Indra and he cursed him. He said, you are like a thief. You will get hole all over your body. So Indra got the holes all over his body. And then he went inside and he asked Ahilya, who was here? Ahilya said, it was you. And he said, no, who was here? And he was so angry, and Ahilya was shocked. And she just stood there. So Gautam Muni said, you are standing like a stone. So I curse you to become a stone. And then she asked a little girl who came here. She didn't know. She was just a child. And she cursed her also. She said, you will become a mother without getting married. And after that, he realized that his wife was not that old, nor the little girl. So he started repenting. So he told Ahilya, and when Lord Ram comes, Lord Ram will deliver you. Then Ahilya said, okay, Lord Ram, now we are in Sati Yuga. Lord Ram will come in Treta Yuga. How many yugas do I have to wait? Then Gautam Muni said, okay, I will change the yugas. I will make Treta Yuga come before Dwapara. Then he changed the yugas, and also he told Anjana, but curse is done now, bullet is gone, I cannot retrieve it. But what can I tell you is that you will get a son and you will become famous, just like your son. Your son will be very famous and he will live forever. That is Hanumanji. So now going back to the sweet rice story, the bird, he took like some time to reach there, and Anjana, who was Anjana, what is the name of? Yeah, there is a name there also. So Anjana, she was just drying her hair. She was standing always on the roof of the house. She was drying the hair, and she yawned. When she yawned, that kid just got into her mouth. By the chills that drop it into her mouth. That's how we celebrate Hanuman Jayanti 1 week after Ram Navami. Because that bird took some time to go and deliver that. So that is how Anjana is famous by Hanumanji also. So this is the story so far. So also, how did Manthara, the maid servant of Kaikeyi, was used? Both of them, Kaikeyi and Manthara, how were they used in the service of the Lord. They were used, both of them, in the service of the Lord, because, as I said, KKE never sent Lord Ram to the forest. So how were they sent? How was he used? So here, when all the devatas, when the demigods, when they learn that Lord Ram is going to be crowned king the following day, they got scared. As usual, you know, the demigods, they are very selfish. They look only for themselves. They can give material benefits, but they sometimes, like Indra, he is very scared. Whoever does a yagya, he will do something wrong, and he will he's always doing bad things. So now here, when all the devatas, they knew that Ram is going to be coronated king, so Ram will not be able to kill the demons who were harassing them so much. And even all those great sages, they were in the forest. So Lord Ram, and also Lord Ram wanted to live a life and in the forest to know how the sages are living and how the general population are living, so that he could learn from them and then he could rule. That's why he went to the forest. But here, when all the devatas, so they went to pray to Saraswati Mata. They say, Goddess Saraswati, help us, because if Lord Ram is crowned king, we will not get the opportunity to associate with him, or he will not to see him, and he will not be able to kill the demons. So then Mother Saraswati, they asked her to sit on the tongue of mantra. That's what she did, to make mantra poison the mind of KK. That is how both of them were used in the service of the Lord. It's not like they were like that bad, but when they knew that Lord Ram is going to be crowned king, then they did that. So I'm going to stop here today, and we'll continue next Saturday.
Yes, and are there any questions?
Yes, please go ahead. Questions. If I know, I will answer, because as I said, nothing is of my concoction or my words here. It's just I've learned, I've listened to qualified devotees.
Excuse me.
Yes.
As far as I understood was, Lord Rama loved Kakai,
Yes.
and Lord Rama, because he wanted to go to exile, he got Kakai to promise him to do this, to tell Raja Dashrath for this exile.
Yes. Yes, I said that once in our class. Then that's very good that you know it. Yes, yes, that's true. That's true.
And that is okay. Mantra, Saraswati came on the mantra's tongue. That is, but previously the KK, you know, has it was Lord Rama got a promise from KK.
Yes.
That's why, you know, that's why she went and told Raja Dasha that I want the 2 vows from you, whatever, you know, I want them now.
Yes, yes, that's true. That's true. But what happens is Lord Ram, when he knew he was going to be crowned king, so he didn't sleep. All night he went and he was walking by the river Saryu. And early morning, Vasishtha ji, the guru of the dynasty, he went to have his bath in the river Saryu, and he saw Ram. He said, Lord Ram, Ram, what are you doing here? You should be getting ready for your coronation. Then Ram said, you know my mind, because you are the guru. I don't want to be coronated. I want to go and live in the forest and study my subject before becoming king. Then he asked Vasishtha, give me idea. Tell me how can I do that. Then he said, who loves you most in this in your life? That person will help you. Then he knew that KKE loved him most. Then he went to KKE. And KKE was happy. He was making kheer because Lord Ram loved kheer. So she said, what are you doing here? You should be getting ready. Then he just sat there and he put his head on the lap of KKE and he said, I want you to help me. Then KK said, anything for you, I will help you. Then he asked, he said, I don't want to be king. I want you to help me. KK said, no, I have asked the king so many times to make you the future king. Now, how can I tell no? Then Lord Ram convinced her by saying that he had so many things to do before becoming king. And that's how KK said, I will do that for you. Even if I become a widow, even if no mother in the whole universe call their daughter KK, I will just do that for you, for your sake. That is how Lord Ram went to the forest. But it's twisted and turned, because if KK had said straightforward to the king to send Ram, the king would never accept. So that she had to orchestrate all these things that happened. So thank you very much. Any other question or comments here, please?
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I just wanted to know, who was Anjana in her previous life? Was she Ahilya?
No. Ahilya and Anjana, they are mother and daughter.
Okay.
Both were cursed by Gautam Muni.
Mm-hmm.
But Anjana, I don't know her in her previous birth, who she was. And we can look into it, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank
You spoke very nicely, Maji.
Thank you. Thank you for all your appreciation.
Pastimes.
And I hope that next week I can continue.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you for your appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is that Ravi? Is that Ravi?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, thank you, Ravi. So here, Nabi Prabhu, one of my gang.
From Canada.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Welcome.
Hare Krishna.
I don't know. There's another one also. Shubham, are you there? No.
No, he's not here.
Okay. Thank you for joining, Ravi. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Induleka. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So let me stop the recording.